Excel, Appendix A, pages A2 to A6. Looking at page A2, it says to open your hockey workbook. It's the data file that was given to you for Appendix A. And we're going to do a file save as. Okay, and obviously you'll be saving it to your flash drive. Now, we're going to change the file name, but we're also going to change the save as type. Okay, so for our file name, we're going to make the file name Sharp Blades. And then you're going to drop down to your Save As type, hit the down pointing arrow, and you're going to select Excel Workbook. It should be the first thing on the drop-down list, right there, Excel Workbook. Okay, and when you have that done, just go ahead and click Save. Now, reading on page A2, you need to know why you did that. And it has to do with the way the file had been saved and the format it was in, and which wasn't compatible necessarily with what we're using. So it was saved as a 97 through 2003 workbook, and we changed the file format for Excel 2007 through 2013. Okay? All right, let's move over to A3. It says to close this workbook and then reopen it. Okay, so just go ahead and close this workbook and then reopen the workbook. Okay? So that you can see that the text compatibility mode no longer appears. All right, so when we did it before, if you opened it, it said compatibility mode, and that's gone because we did the file save as and changed the save as type, right? Okay, so in the documentation worksheet, enter your name and the date just like you always do, author and date, and then click on your player's worksheet. On the ribbon, click the Insert tab. Okay? Insert. In the Tables group, click the Table button. Tables group, Table button. The Create Table dialog box opens with the range the absolute value of A1 to the absolute value of G45 selected, and the My Table has headers box is checked. Okay, there it is right there. That's got the check mark. Make sure yours looks exactly like that. Click the OK button to create the Excel table. Note that the filter arrows appear in the column heading cells. Okay, we click OK. We turned our range into a table, and you can see that all of our header rows, okay, have these nice little buttons sitting on them, don't they? All right, step number 5. On the Table Tools Design tab in the Properties group, enter Player in the table name box to rename the table. Okay. For some reason, this gives a lot of you issues. Okay, this is because we're going to use this in a structured formula. We're going to use a structured form, so we want to name the table instead of having this massive range. When you name a table, okay, all you're going to do is on your Table Tools Design tab, in your Properties group, this is the table name. Okay, we are going to type in the table name that they told us, which is Player, and press your Enter key. And I know it bothers a lot of you because you don't see anything happen, but it did happen. We renamed this range. The entire table is now named Player, so that when we're writing a formula, rather than have to type in the entire range or try and select it, we can just use that structured format and type in Player. Okay? On the ribbon, click the Data tab. And it says to select any cell within the Excel table. Okay, pretty easy so far. On the bottom of page A3, read about using text functions. And that goes over onto A4. On A4, you need to read about using len and left. Stop right now and tell me, do you know what len means in a formula? Do you know what left means in a formula? Because if you don't, you absolutely have to read this, okay? Because they're a little unusual. And len stands for length, and left literally stands for left. Okay, so make sure you read that before you go on to page A5. Okay, on the top of page A5, to extract the 5-digit zip code from the zip columns, select cell E2. Okay, right there. You'll insert the table column to the left of this column. On the ribbon, click the Home tab. Home. Step number 3. In the Cells group, which is way over here, click the Insert button arrow, okay, right there, that button arrow, and then click Insert Table Columns to the left. Okay? Insert Table Columns to the left, right there. A new column named Column 1 is inserted with the text number format, which is the same format as the zip column, Column D. The columns in the worksheet automatically adjust as you add new columns. For example, the phone number in cell F2 changed to 9.186E plus 09. You will adjust column widths later, so you don't need to be concerned about these automatic adjustments. Step number 4, select the range E2 to E45. Okay? Because the range is formatted as text, you cannot enter a formula in a cell. You need to change the formatting of the selected range. On the Home tab, okay, we're on our Home tab, in the Number group, here's the Number group, click the dialog box launcher. Okay, there's our dialog box. The Format Cells dialog box opens with the Number tab displayed. Format Cells, Number tab. Step 6. In the Category box, which is this one right here, click General. It's the first selection. And then click the OK button. Now you can enter the formula in cell E2. Select cell E2. And then click the Insert Function button. The Insert Function dialog box opens. Step number 8, click Logical in the Or Select a Category list. Okay. Or select a category, down pointing arrow, Logical. Okay. Or select a category, down pointing arrow, Logical. Click the If in the Select a Function, click If. Okay. In the Select a Function, click If. When you have that selected correctly and it says Logical, If, click OK. Your function arguments dialog box opens. Step number 9. In the logical test box, right there, type. All right, here we go. So we're going to go len, which stands for length, correct? Open paren, open square bracket. I think I hit 2. Let me make sure I didn't. Open square bracket, zip, close square bracket, close paren. Okay, so let me read mine real quick. Len, zip, 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 all right, equals 10. Okay, make sure you check yours very carefully. I'm going to check mine right now. So hard to see when that's small, but I think it's correct. The logical test tests whether the number of characters in the current cell of the zip column equals 10. Step number 10. In the value if true box, so here's value if true, click right there, type left, open paren, open square bracket, zip, close square bracket, comma, 5, closed parentheses. All right, so in this one we want left, open, zip, comma, 5, close, oh, no I don't, just want zip, jumping the gun, zip, close square bracket, I can't seem to type today, okay, left, boom, 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 I always stop and check as I'm going through, now we want our comma 5, okay, so it's left, open paren, open square bracket, zip, close square bracket, comma, 5, close paren. Okay, this argument specifies that if the condition is true, the first 5 characters from the cell are displayed. In the value if false box, okay, click right here, type zip. This is structured reference, so we do this, boom, boom, okay. The argument specifies that the condition is false. All the characters from the cell are displayed. Now, you're going to see big bunches of characters over here because it's a zip code, which makes perfect sense, right? Now, I want you to stop right now, take a look at figure A3, and make sure that yours looks just like the one in the textbook. And then I want you to think about what we're doing. Okay, so we're saying if the length of the field we named zip code is 10, then give me the left 5 characters that are in that particular cell. But if it's false, just go ahead and put zip in, because that means the zip code is 5 digits long, okay? Now, once you have all that done, go ahead and click OK. So as you can see, your first value in cell E2 is 74079, because the condition is false. The results are automatically copied to all rows in column E of the table. Each cell in column E displays the 5-digit zip code. See figure A-4 on the next page, which is A6. So go ahead and take a look at that real quick and make sure that yours matches what they have in the textbook. I'm looking at mine too, making sure it matches. So if you look right here, you can see that this has the big long 10-digit zip code, and we only want it to be 5. So we went from here and said, if it has 10, give me the first 5 on the left, which is right here, and put it in this cell. But if it only has 5, just go ahead and pop it right over, right? All right. Now let's go on page A6, read about using the paste values command. On step 15, it says, if necessary, left align the data in the new zip column, minus left align. If yours isn't, go ahead and do that really quick. All right, to convert the 5-digit zip code formula results to values, select the range E2 to E45. Okay, there's E2 to E45. Whoops. Got it? On the Home tab in the Clipboard group, okay, Home tab, Clipboard group, click the Copy button. Copy. And then select cell E2. Okay? In the Clipboard group, click the Paste button arrow, okay? Clipboard group, there's the Paste button arrow down there, right there. Make that palette drop down. And then click the Values button. Okay, so we only want the values. So drop down to Paste Values. Okay, you touch that one right there, and it says Values. And go ahead and click that. The values are pasted over the original formulas, replacing them. Select the range E2 to E45. You need to format these values as text. Okay, press your escape key if you still have your dancing ants. Select the range E2 to E45, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we did that. In the numbers group, click the number format box arrow. Okay, so with E2 to E45 still selected, we're going to go to our numbers group. Click the number format box arrow. Okay, and then click text. Okay, select column D. Right-click the selected column, and then click delete. The column is removed. 2 steps at the top of page A7. In cell D1, okay, enter zip. Press your enter key. Auto-fit the zip column to fit the 5-digit zip codes, okay? Just like that. Okay, that's the end of this video. Go ahead and save your file, and you're ready to move on to your next video.